All right, guys, welcome to part 2 of the aquarium. So we've got a little house accessory, we've got plant bits. So we are going to be next making bubbles. So it's pretty simple. Let's grab a ellipse tool and grab like a light blue, light white color. And I'm holding down Alt and Shift and just placing bubbles wherever I want them. I'm even making some of the bubbles overlap. And so right now they're just white circles though. What we want to do is click on one of them, hold down Shift, and click all the other bubbles so they're all selected. And then we're going to go to something called the transparency panel, and we're going to set this to overlay and click off. What that does is it makes it so that the bubbles kind of will interact with the colors behind them, kind of giving this transparent look, which is what we want, give this kind of the like little bubbly look. So again, we're setting those bubble shapes to overlay in the transparency panel. Okay, now I'm going to mess with these because I don't really like the size of like these bigger ones. I don't really like that. But just some bubbles. Bubbles are fun. Make some little bubbles, some big bubbles. So, and I gotta get close to get the Alt copy tool to work. But there, let's make some bubbles. Awesome. Okay. There's some bubbles. Looks great. If I want at this point, I can kind of add more details. So like this black sand, I'm going to click on it. I actually like the idea of making this a gradient. So right now it's a full, just standard kind of charcoal gray. I'm going to double click on here. So yeah, it's charcoal gray. Let's find the gradient panel. So in our setup, it should be right above transparency. I'm going to click gradient, and I'm just going to click whatever gradient is right here for now. Right now it's like this blue thing, but I'm going to go right here, double click on this blue dot and change it to like a light gray. And then this one, we're going to change to like a dark, dark gray. And what I want to do is edit the direction the gradient's going. Because right now I have like a light gray to dark gray, but I want the gradient to be lighter up top and darker towards the bottom. So I'm going to hit edit gradient, and we'll see now on my artboard, we get this long bar. Oh, let's make sure it's on linear. Linear just means it's kind of more straightforward. And I'm going to click and drag down, and you can see it's kind of showing the gradient direction. So I'm clicking and dragging, and I can move this little diamond to adjust where and how exactly it's transitioning. Perfect. And then I'm just going to hit my black arrow and click off, and I can always click on this and go to edit gradient and change it if I want. So I could make this like maybe a sand color if I wanted. Maybe it's like dark sand to like, I don't know, charcoal or something. It's whatever I want. But that might be something fun to do to all of these. So this house, maybe I want to add a gradient to the house. It just kind of adds this extra like fun element to it. Like maybe the inside of the cave, I want to add a gradient. And maybe what I want is to use my eye picker tool or my eyedropper and click the outside here. So the outside color of the little house. And I think what I want to do is clicked. Okay. I want to drag it up. So I'm trying to make it look like it's like the lights hitting the bottom side, but it's darker underneath. So I might double click and change this peachy color to kind of a darker color. There we go. So just like a little something different. I'm going to click off. And if I don't like that, I can always change it. And I actually might click on this and go to transparency and just set this to like multiply. What that does is it takes this shape and kind of overlays it on the back shape. So to me, I think that looks more like a little cave kind of into that shape. So I'm just going to edit these, kind of adding gradients as I want, adjusting things, maybe adjusting these shapes. Right now, we're fine tuning this scene before we add the glass effect and our fish. Okay, so go ahead and do any adjustments you need, make your bubbles. You can also add a gradient on the bubble if you wanted. I'm not gonna, but that's totally an option you can do. But let's go and kind of like clean up the scene and make it look like fancy.